Shall we start the new year off with a bit of recycling? Well, with getting Thanksgiving dinner ready, was digging out my turkey basters. Found out they rotted out at the top, but the tube didn't, so I melted holes alongside the turkey baster tube, and I'm going to insert it in the 2 strawberry bags. At least the water will get down that far. A little bit at a time. I'm going to start by making a hole with a knife so I don't end up pushing too hard on the bag and possibly breaking it. Let the water go out both sides. Yep, there we go. One down. And this one did better with the strawberries. I did lose a few. But what I figured I'll do is when they throw runners, I'll just stick them, pin them down in the holes. Or I planted this one all with Napa cabbage, and that's the only one that made it. So, switch hands. Poke a hole so the tube can go in okay. Yeah, when I water, at least some water will get down to the middle. And the same here. When they start throwing off runners, I'll just pin them down into the other holes. Out of the 122 strawberry plants, I think half of them made it. And I have the bags hanging on one of those topsy-turvy tomato things. It never worked. At least I didn't spend a lot of money on them. I bought them marked down. I wonder why they're marked down. Oh, because they don't work. That's okay, some dummy will buy them. But it's great to put my strawberries in. This way I can turn them. I said this works out well. Well, let's see if the yucca did anything. Bob and Mill gave me. Well, it looks like the majority of it has died out. January 1st, 2020 harvest. Yukon. And morning glories and peach tree leaves. And let's see what we have here. The typical one-handed gun. Oh dear, I think it got a little too wet with all that rain. Well, they feel kind of firm. I do seem to have several of them. Wet, 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 wet. I think I have a good harvest. Enough to eat and enough to replant. Some nice big ones. At least I think they're big. These, I think I'll dry out and replant. Oh, there's a couple of good meals there. Are they Yukon? Thank you, Bob Mills. Unfortunately, I think they've gotten too wet because a lot of them are splitting. I'd say all of them have split. And they got little bumps on them. And they're translucent, at least some of them are. Yeah, I don't think they're supposed to look like that. Yeah, I think they all went bad. Oh, darn. Yeah, they're all translucent. They smell okay. Okay, Bob, are they supposed to be translucent? Now that one's nice and solid. That's probably the only one that hasn't turned bad. I'll let them dry out a while. Let's see if they're any good. Well, it doesn't look like any of these on the Yukon has split. So I'm going to plant this whole base again. I see we have new stuff coming up. Hopefully I'll get some edible Yukon next year. Ooh, I've got a bunch of dead dung beetles. They got themselves trapped. Chicken smacks. Let's see. Jerusalem artichokes that I didn't plant. And unfortunately, I have buried waterline. Nice little ones. And this is a hugel bed. So that means that there's all sorts of pieces of wood under here. So I don't know if I'm getting wood or artichokes. All the way over there. And they keep better if you leave them in the ground. So that's enough for right now. 2020 first harvest. I eat a piece of Jerusalem artichoke about that size, steamed, just that big, for 5 days in a row. Then I can eat all I want without playing a wonderful tune. Then they won't be fartichokes, they will be Jerusalem artichokes. Well, the baby crinum lilies are coming up. It shoots out that little foot, and that's where the actual bulb comes from. Ooh. Sugar snap peas are coming up.